In today's video, we're going to be discussing which Yieldmax stocks I'm buying post-Trump election. All right, we're up 34,000 today, or 2%, which is beating the indexes, and we're earning 443,000 in dividends. So this is a live video. As you know, I'm changing up the format some. I can't wait to do it like this. I've been waiting to do it like this. I just never have the time. So performance and value shows that we're beating all of the indexes. We're up 34% for the year, but after today's gains, we're going to be up significantly more. Okay, we're up 34%. The S&P is up 21, the Nasdaq's up 23, the Dow's up 12, and the Russell's up 11. So we're living financially independent, and we've retired early from our 9-to-5s. If you need help doing the same, email me for my e-guides at aikentod48@gmail.com. We use our dividends to live financially free out of our brokerage accounts. So these dividends also qualify for loans to banks. This is how we really get ahead, is these dividends. And this margin debt that I use does not show up on a credit check to banks, okay? This 600,000 in margin debt. And that's how I'm getting my performance today, okay? You can see that when you factor back in margin, we're up 34,000, but that's not really what's important. We're up 3.54%, which, as you can see above, is even beating the Dow. I did a video for my live members today, and we're discussing where we're getting our performance from and how to get more performance going forward, and which stocks we're going to buy post-Trump election. We wanted to see, what was working today and what we should be buying moving forward. So, hey, Frosty Dog. Hey, Wadim. Glad y'all can make it. Glad y'all came out and showed y'all support. Jeremy, huge day. Yeah. Yeah. It definitely was. Okay. Great day in the market. Glad you can make it, Jeremy. Aaron. All right. Yep. So glad to see you, Aaron. Great day. I know it's hard to chase up here, but there are some things that we're buying in the lives, as you saw earlier today. Well, and if I do make some other buys, I'm gonna update my live chat today. Hey, SI Car Guy, today's gain should be great today. Good luck to all. Yeah, I mean, how can we capitalize on a move like today? And, not be chasing gains, okay? We still want to be safe and manage our risk. Hey, Nick, because we're managing our risk. We're always managing our risk when we use this margin. For every $1 you put in your account, you get $4 of purchasing power. I'm just using a small amount of that margin purchasing power to get ahead. A lot of people think 600,000 is a lot of margin debt, but in comparison to all of my purchasing power, it's really just a fraction. And our dividends are going to start snowballing pretty soon with our margin strategy. The whole key is not to get hurt up front. We have to keep our available withdrawal high, and Yieldmax names are high maintenance. So which Yieldmax names are we going to be buying today? Well, we have to keep in mind maintenance, okay? We always have to have a 20% cushion, okay, in our accounts at all times to avoid margin calls. So where can we buy some Yieldmax names? Maybe not today, but what can we focus on going forward with Yieldmax? And so the first things that my members and I identified in the live session today was all of our financials. Okay, one reason why we're up 34,000 today is because all of our financial stocks are up big. This is because of deregulation, hopes, interest rates falling with Trump. So JP Morgan up 10%. Now JPMO was up 5% or so last time I checked. Yeah. 25% dividends, so you get some sort of, you get to offset the fact that you don't have capital gains appreciation. You're getting that offset with your dividends, but this comes at a cost. It has higher maintenance. Okay, JP Morgan has 50% maintenance. JPM has 30% maintenance. Okay, if you need help understanding maintenance, that's in my Volume 3 e-guide. So, I want to buy some JP Morgan, but JPMO, and I have JP Morgan, of course. One reason why we've been buying financials lately, all of my members know, is because we've been trying to get more index exposure. Goldman Sachs is 7% of the Dow. The Dow has been a laggard lately, and we wanted to make sure that we got all of our index exposure to offset our Yieldmax decay. So we've been buying United Healthcare. That was a big mover for us today. That's almost 10% of the Dow. And I have so many other stock picks that we've been buying. I mean, I have over, what is this here? It says about 197 positions, so almost 200 positions. I mean, we have so many stocks in here. I've showed in past videos how well our blue chip stocks are doing. And we noticed today that the staples were down, all right, but our financials were up. All of our financials were up huge. So will I be buying JP Morgan? Well, 50% maintenance, up 5%, that's pretty good with the dividend. And typically JP Morgan experienced less decay, as you saw in that upward trend here before February. We saw this upward trend. So we saw less decay out of JP Morgan for a while, but sometimes that maintenance fluctuates. And if I were to have JP Morgan, I'd only have a small amount, just like with all my other Yieldmax plays. And so I've just been buying the stocks, actually, JP Morgan, Citigroup, because they all have dividends and they fit our profile, okay? We're trying to get dividends, okay? Qualifying income, okay? We're not trying to get stock gains. I mean, 34,000 in one day is nice, being up 3%. This shows 2%, but really if you go to the complete view here, 3.5%. So we're beating the Dow, we're beating everything, okay? Even though Yieldmax is up half of what their underlyings are up in JP Morgan's case, we're still beating everything thanks to these stocks that I'm in. I've been telling my members these are going to really start taking off once we start building up a position in them. It's really going to help with our performance. I mean, stock beta is much bigger than index beta, but you don't want to risk too much of your margin with stocks, okay? You need to have your dividends pay back your margin debt. And so luckily we have Cornerstone, Defiance, Roundhill, and even some Yieldmax, which we'll discuss, some more Yieldmax names that I'm buying, to get this extra performance, okay? Cornerstone in particular, for those of you who don't know, okay, all of my members, I know you'll support me at this point, but most of these my viewers on these videos are new viewers, so everyone keep that in mind. I know my members understand this, and my dedicated YouTube subscribers. By the way, if you want to become a member of my portfolio, you just scroll to the right on my memberships page on YouTube, okay? You just go up to the top, go to the right, scroll to memberships, and you'll see the membership section. All right, so Cornerstone 5-star fund goes upper left to right on a 10-year chart. But on a 1-year chart, you'll see that Cornerstone moves upper left to right. Yes, it's been blowing away everything, up 2% today. I mean, this is spectacular performance, okay? And you're getting the drip dividends. Cornerstone, 26% premiums. After today, that'll change. So we're investing the 20% dividend down at the NAV for 26% gains every month, okay? Every month we get a 26% gain. But you have to play Cornerstone properly around its rights offerings. A lot of people are going to say, why are you bringing up Cornerstone? This is a terrible fund. People say this is trash, whatever. It's a 5-star fund. I'd like to see you come out on the comment section now. I have all of my members here. Check it out. Okay, we have all of our dedicated YouTube subscribers here and my YouTube members, all right? So I would love for anyone who feels, some controversy with Cornerstone, okay, if anyone has any objections to it, needs to learn more about Cornerstone, here is your chance, okay? If you think that you have some sort of argument you want to make about it, now's the time, okay? So Cornerstone, again, on a 1-year chart, doing very well. On a 10-year chart, going sideways to down, okay, factor back in dividends, drips, and rights offerings. And when you buy my e-guides, you get free access to Discord for life, where we alert you of the Cornerstone rights offer announcement. So I'm here in the Fire Lifestyle channel today, just seeing what people were saying. But normally I can't keep up with all of this stuff, all these comments on Discord, okay? I can only really follow my portfolio recap channel. And if anyone ats me, there I am. I'll always respond to you. But the main thing I'm focused on here is the Cornerstone rights offering channel. I don't even really know how to work Discord. I'm more of an old-fashioned person, but we have a rights offering channel here, okay? Cornerstone right here, RO discussion only and RO announcement, to where we get that announcement for the Cornerstone rights offering announcement. Okay, it's here. We get the N2 filing thanks to Gaines, okay? I really appreciate all of my admin, okay? Gaines installed this, when we first started this Discord. So a lot of people are holding back on Cornerstone today, but that's really why how I'm getting a lot of these gains of 34,000. It's because Cornerstone, and a lot of people are holding out on buying this because they want to wait for the rights offering. Well, I've seen premiums go up to 40%, okay? So you don't want to just wait for the rights offering. You're missing out on these drip gains every month. And again, if you need help playing Cornerstone, that's in my Volume 4 e-guide. By the way, when you email me for my e-guides, I have a template that I send everyone back, like here's more information on my e-guides, et cetera, et cetera. But pretty soon I'll be moving to my website, my new website, where you can get more information there. I'm trying to build that right now. So, but for now, just work with me. I have a ton of emails I have to get to, and so I have to send that same kind of template every time for now. So sometimes members send thoughtful messages in my emails, and I can't really respond completely because there's so many. So I just give them the same template. Okay, like here's more information on my e-guides, So. Anyway, the first stock that we talked about today was JP Morgan, but we can't buy too much of it. I bought the stock. That's how I'm getting my performance. But we can't buy too much of JPMO because it has 50% maintenance. And so I'm buying JP Morgan, which is 30% maintenance. It sucks up less of my margin, and it's helping to offset Yieldmax decay. All right. And then the rest of our growth is coming from Cornerstone. So it's Cornerstone and these blue chips. Also, let's just check out QQQY because that's one of our big holdings. I mean, it falls less on down days, and it has a huge dividend. So it's up 1.2%. The Nasdaq's up 2.7. The Nasdaq is blowing it away. But lately, QQY has been performing quite well, and again, it serves a major purpose here at our channel. It pays down the margin debt that I have here, which gives me so much growth. And okay, this is how I outperform. It's with all these Defiance dividends. They pay down my margin debt so fast, and my leverage goes away. I don't have any real risk here, and so every year I just keep adding more margin debt. And but you have to do it carefully, all right? And QQY is 30% maintenance. Again, if you need help understanding maintenance, that's in my Volume 3 e-guide. So moving on, the next stock that I wanted to mention to all of my viewers was just something Bitcoin related, like Ybit, because obviously Bitcoin's going crazy today. Maybe Trump is going to do something positive for Bitcoin. Some people say he's a fan of Bitcoin. There's a lot of bureaucratic headwinds in the way. Okay, it's hard to get anything done when you have a mixed Senate or a mixed House or something like that. Even if even if Republicans get the majority, it's still hard. There's a lot of rhinos in there, Republicans in name only. It's really hard. So who knows how, when this would actually take effect, when he would actually do something for Bitcoin. I don't really care much for Bitcoin. I just don't like FOMO. I keep 3 to 5% of my portfolio in Bitcoin at all times, just because that's what's recommended by professionals. And I have Ybit. I also have other Bitcoin holdings. You can check out my portfolio anytime. Again, if you just want to see my live portfolio, go over to the membership section on YouTube. So Ybit, okay, the other issue with this is 50% maintenance. Now, that's why I like it so much, though, because other Bitcoin names, like let's say BitX, which is one of my holdings for Bitcoin, this is 100% maintenance and, has a nice dividend. It moves up bigger than Ybit, obviously, but Ybit's up nicely. And again, 50% maintenance for Ybit. So that preserves a lot more of my equity. All right. So if you're thinking Trump and, what to do for your portfolio going forward, after his election, you may want to focus on Bitcoin. I mean, especially when you're living the FIRE lifestyle, financially independent, retire early, you just want income anywhere you can, income with growth. And Bitcoin gives you some growth. And, there's that FOMO issue that you want to always address again with Bitcoin. Okay. I also have an important update about Cornerstone. If you stick around till the end of the video, okay, just for all my members who care about Cornerstone. I see that in my notes right here. Hey, Nick. Good to see you again, Nick. And hey, Jerry. It's been a while. Good to see you, Jerry. Andy, adding more YMAG. The move is crazy. Okay, YMAG. That's something we can talk about. I definitely added to my index plays, before this run, as you know. Maybe we'll check out some YMAG. Okay, so I'll make a note of that. YMAG. All right, if anyone else has any other suggestions you want me to talk about, just let me know. SI Car Guy Soxel, maybe a good short-term buy. Yeah, I mean, it's up significantly today. We can talk about that. I'm writing these down. So YMAG, okay, and Soxel. Again, this is just, we're just talking, we're just conversating here, going through the themes of what we think could be important for 2025 and post-Trump election. So Mark, hey, good to see you, Mark. Yeah, I'm doing fine. Glad you can make it to this. Hope you're doing fine as well. Redog, QDT, XET because of added volatility. Yes, we've definitely been adding to those, my Roundhill funds. Now, I can't add too much because Roundhill is high maintenance. Read, I'll just say Redog. It's high maintenance, so we've been adding, but I have to add small. Okay, we're trying to get to the promised land of where we're making millions in dividends. Our account size, I'm not really worried about that. As long as we have the shares, then the dividends just keep coming, and as long as we can withstand margin calls and keep our available withdrawal high, then we're gonna get there. We're gonna get there together. Hey Josiah, all right, good to see you, Josiah. Really appreciate the help lately, Josiah. Club Fitwear, caught a live finally on my work account, but loving the pump and the market today. Yeah, can't complain. We have some suggestions out of the chat, Yieldmax, Soxel, so maybe we'll look into these. Redog, is today a good day to do cover call everything? I expected a small dump after this market run. We were talking about that in the chat today. In fact, I found a new name in the chat today, a name that I wasn't too familiar with, thanks to Ferocity Dog. So thank you for that, Ferocity Dog. Most of our funds are covered call. Yieldmax is covered call, Roundhill. So we're already in these covered call funds, and that's why I kind of like them. They serve as some protection on down days. Like covered call ETFs, but covered call stocks, Yieldmax stocks, they fall by the amount of the stocks. So you want to be careful with Yieldmax, even though I love them and they're up big today, and we definitely own a bunch of Yieldmax. YOLO cash flow, Misty, Mistu, bullish. Can't go wrong with Misty. I'm up in Misty. Same for Coney, but it seems like they can do no wrong lately. But I'm so scared of Misty and Coney because you never know what can happen with them, and I can't stake my whole future on them. But for now, they're doing great, and I'm not gonna lie, they're adding to our performance. But I'm keeping those small. Jonathan, CRF, look at the premiums too, 26% plus now. So we get that every month with Cornerstone. Again, if anyone needs help playing Cornerstone, that's in my Volume 4 guide, and you can go to Discord at any time and we discuss, anything under the sun. Okay, we have over 1,000 members here in the Discord chat room pursuing the FIRE lifestyle. Okay, let me just get it back on a dark screen for a second, so that it's easier on the eyes. Okay, and where's the chat? Did I just lose the chat? How do I pull the chat back up? Oh gosh. Is there a chat option? Sorry if I lost the chat there. I don't know what I did. All right, but I'm just gonna have to get through the rest of the video. Gosh, that's really unfortunate. Did I lose the chat? Where's the chat? Okay, well, where would you pull such a thing back up? I don't know, guys. Hopefully you can still hear me, correct? Okay, so I apologize for that, but luckily I took some notes there on the chat, so we'll go in those names pretty soon. After BitX, after YBit and BitX, I was gonna just mention Exxon, okay, XOMO, okay. Energy has been cheap, so you can look into this as a Yieldmax ETF if you want more income. We've been buying a ton of energy names, but we keep them at the index representations. Energy is small in the indexes, so you should stay small in energy, in my opinion. But they're cheap. Hey, there's the chat. I don't know how it came back, but it did. Okay. Not sure how that happened. Wait, what is that? Okay, not sure how that happened. But Exxon, okay, that's the next pick for y'all. Okay, Trump, Trump should be, positive on fracking. There should be less regulation with energy. Okay, way to go, Jonathan. Okay, congrats. I'm glad you got into some Cornerstone. Let me go up into the chat. Okay, Chris sold Misty buying MSTX, MSTR. Okay, wow. You don't want the income, I see. You just want straight growth. Whew, diamond hands there. Wadim, gotta love Cornerstone, best income ETFs. Yes, thank you, Wadim. I mean, just because I mentioned it, not like I get compensated from Cornerstone or anything, but I hate it when people trash Cornerstone. So thank you so much, Wadim. I knew you'd come out to support me. I really love all of my members who are, like hearing my messages and hearing my frustration, about like in my public videos and in just, with YouTube in general. I just don't feel like I'm getting enough recognition compared to the other channels. I mean, look at the results that we're getting here compared to the other channels. And we never swayed in our positions. We stayed strong. We never got swayed by the crowd or anything like that. We stuck to our plan, and it's been paying off the entire year. And it's been working for me for 7 years now. Even when I'm losing in the market, I still win because margin keeps, with the dividends on margin, it keeps combining with my $1 million base approximately in my portfolio. The $1 million that I have plus the $600,000 of margin, they both have dividends. So they just keep knocking down my break evens. Even when the market is down, I'm still outperforming like in 2022. All right. Chris, XET, MSTR, Bali. Okay. SPMO. Interesting. Bali. Okay. I'll write that down. Maybe we'll check it out. Okay. And, if this video is going too long, that's where I'm rushing here. So, just let me know if I'm just being redundant on anything, or if I'm not covering anything that you think I should be covering here. But I think all these thoughts that I have are pertinent, and you have to listen closely, all right? Because I think everything I say is a gem. I'm not trying to brag. I just think that I've made it to where when I conversate these days in my life, I try to waste no time. I just try to get to the point, and everything I say, I try to add some value, okay? And even when I talk about Cornerstone, I'm adding new gems in. For example, today, up 26%, and I have an update for you at the end of the video. Chris, yeah, we'll look into those. I've definitely been buying XETE. Denali, I like to use the search bar on Discord. You can filter comments across the entire server. Yeah, it helps me see if the threads are active. Oh, okay, I'll check that out, Denali. Insurance Joe, two in a day, Todd. Yeah, Joe. Thanks, Joe. No, I just feel like it's a great day today, right? And if I made a video on it, then I'd have to release it in a couple days. And I like to give all my members my videos first, as you know, Joe. But sometimes I feel like the vibe can be lost if I wait too long, or people will say comments in my YouTube section, and I can't ever defend myself because it's just me. I don't expect all of y'all to be commenting on every video and supporting me every time. I mean, I really appreciate it when you do, but I understand when you don't. So now I'm doing it live. I just thought to myself, I'm like, why not do some of them live when I have the time? And now I can just, respond to all the critics, okay? And I have all my members here to back me who are all getting the same results as me. I'm sure they're getting better performance in most cases than me, because if you have a smaller account and you're using margin like I'm using, then you're going to get better performance than me because you're obviously moving that needle. But with my size account, it's harder to move the needle unless I use much more margin leverage. So most people who follow me who use margin are outperforming, or if they don't use margin and they're just buying Cornerstone, well, then they're definitely outperforming. Croy, new to the channel, great info. Thank you, Croy. I believe that we spoke recently, unless there's a different Croy who bought my e-guides. That would be a small world. So I appreciate you, Croy. Aaron, and if, by the way, Croy, call me. If you need anything, call me. I'm here for you. I'm here for you right now. One day I'd love to do a live where I just talk to clients on a live, okay? I just never know how to line everything up because I'm a one-man operation here. This is my first live in a while. I don't know what this is. Welcome to Fire Portfolio Discord. Oh, a new member. I see. Okay, welcome. Okay, all right, I got you now. Phil, AM Dividend Investor, welcome. All right, glad you could make this, and thank you for joining. Aaron, Trump crypto, Bitcoin. Trump has promised to get rid of the SEC. Now, I usually go through my entire portfolio, Dividend Investor. So if you need all of my allocations, Phil, AM Dividend Investor. Just check out my video from today. You can see all of my allocations and what I feel I should be more overweight or underweight in. Hey Aaron, once again, what were we saying here? Trump has promised to get rid of the SEC chair of Gary Gensler, day one. SEC and lawsuit, Ripple, which is a benchmark case. Oh, I got it. Okay. Thank you for that angle, Aaron. All right, I never really looked too much into it. I just knew he was positive on Bitcoin. Very interesting angle. All right. That's very interesting. Hey, Hulk. All right, man. What's up? It's been a while since you texted me. Look, first of all, there are a couple Hulks. All right. So the Hulk that I'm referring to, I guess I don't want to give out personal information, but just wonder how you've been doing, Hulk. It's been about a week or so. Text me, call me. If it's the other Hulk, also, I appreciate you, Hulk, okay? Sorry for the confusion. I appreciate everyone here. Jimmy Buffett, Doge, okay. Croy, have cover calls on Bitcoin and CONL. Yes, I've been selling puts on BitX. I also have a little bit of BitX. That helps lower my margin. When I sell these options, it lowers my margin, and they give me some days gains. As you can see here, BitX is up 255. Not much, but we have our BitX position as well that's up and giving us dividends. This just knocked down my margin by 5,000, and it lowered my risk because my cost basis in BitX is now 31 minus 19, which if you say 31 minus 20, that's 11. So our cost basis is really low, much lower risk than the way everyone else is playing it, in my opinion. But you don't get as much upside. But for me, I'm just trying to knock down my margin and lower my risk and get some days gains in the process with Bitcoin. And then I have my other Bitcoin plays up top. If you need help selling options like I do to lower your margin and your risk, that's in my Volume 6 e-guide. Stonks, what's up? Good to see you, Stonks. Zats, what do you think about buying some TLT? Interesting. To me, it's just 50% maintenance at E-Trade, and there are other yields out there. Plus, that are higher than TLT. Plus, I don't really like bonds as much. I mean, we have our bond plays. We have our 4 and 5 star rated bond plays in the portfolio. I've been keeping those on all year. They give you some capital gains appreciation. But they don't help you in a down market, and I'm always trying to protect against a down market, and those are a risk if interest rates were to rise for some strange reason. And by the way, Stonks, I always appreciate your emails, hope all is well. Silverliner, I just posted on Webull, Cornerstone funds are the best, hands down. Yeah, thanks, Silverliner. I mean, people just have to get the word out on Cornerstone. It's been around since the 80s, but no one knows about this fund. It's one of the largest closed-end funds in the world. Croy, no thanks. Like watching paint dry. Please remind me what we were talking about. And so, Croy, okay, Stonks, small caps and crypto loving the news. And if you're talking about TLT, yeah, I know what you mean, Croy. I mean, TLT has some yield. You're gonna cash flow over time, but yeah, it is for the more conservative investor. And I think again, it's not that safe, okay, especially if rates rise. Stocks, small caps and crypto loving the news. Yeah, small caps are up huge for us today. Our TNA, our Roundhill, RDTE, all that. It's up huge, and we've been adding to Roundhill significantly, especially the Russell. All my members know I've been pounding the table on the Russell. Okay, Brandon, BCAT. Yeah, BCAT, we definitely own some BCAT. It's there. It's there in the portfolio. Tony, how do I get my hands on your e-guides? Just email me, Tony, and I'll email you back the template. Again, it's the same template that I send everyone. It's just going to say, hey, Tony, here's more information on my e-guides, and then I give you the 6 volumes, and then there's a silver bundle and a gold bundle. And of course, when you buy my e-guides, you get free Discord access for life and my phone number for life. So you just call me anytime you need me. I'm here for anyone all the time. Ask any of my members. But when I get a website, then you'll be able to kind of see it more formally there. I just never have the time. Okay, I'm always swamped by emails. SI Car Guy, doing great. Okay, glad everything is going well, and I'm really glad you could make this one. High Yield Chaser, AYO. Oh, I thought you were giving me a ticker song. Hey, High Yield Chaser. I was thinking of Devo, and there's a couple others that came to mind. But yeah, good to see you, High Yield. This guy is a god. Thank you. No, you're too kind. No. All I do is I just follow the indexes. Okay, I'm just following the indexes. I follow the charts. Volume 1 and 2, my e-guides. I think that a lot of people overlook volume 1 and 2. They're like, oh, we already know about that. I just want margin and Cornerstone volume 3 and 4. But my volume 1 and 2 actually, is the reason why I'm here. It's what got me here. I've been investing for 20 years, but the way I'm getting this performance is I follow the charts and the macro, data that I've put on those, 2 volumes, which took me about 15 years to amass in all of my knowledge. So make sure if you bought my e-guides already that you don't overlook 1 and 2. Okay, those have some valuable gems in there, in my opinion. Okay, and more than just some. Thanks again, High Yield Chaser. Croy, send him an email. Yeah, just send me an email. I'll respond. I try to get back to my emails right away. Sometimes, I wonder if y'all think that it's almost suspicious how fast I respond. But honestly, I'm connected to my phone. Me and my phone are one. And I'm always on E-Trade, and then I just see my drop downs from, my emails and YouTube. Discord just constantly going. So you have to @ me if you want me to respond to you on Discord. Croy says, do it. You're missing out. Thank you so much, Croy. I appreciate that. Soul Crusher, AMC is running. Interesting. Yeah, all those small caps. I mean, this could be the time. Okay, we're going to go. Let me just get to the rest of your comments, and then we'll go look into the names that we all mentioned today. I'm writing down TNA, but more importantly, IWM Holdings. And then we can go look at the top weightings, like with GameStop. And I mean, GameStop used to be a big part of the Russell. Soul Crusher up 9%. Silverliner, I've never gotten your email for your e-guides. Well, sometimes I have spam, Silverliner. So try emailing me again. Believe me, I never like to leave any stone unturned there. I always try to get all of my emails answered. Okay, it's almost annoying for me not to get back to all of my emails, but sometimes it takes a couple of days. So email me again, Silverliner. Jerry Alexander, Todd, you're a blessing to us older guys. Oh, thank you, Jerry. Well, you're a blessing to me too, and I always enjoy our conversations as well. Okay, call me, by the way, Jerry. It's been a while. Call me if you have any questions, anything else that's come to mind lately. Always here for you, Jerry. Croy, amen. Thank you. Hulk, yeah, okay, Hulk. All right, man. Yeah, I know that you're just a great guy, man. And I don't want to say too much because I know you're a private guy, so I don't want to say too much. But that's all I can say. We'll talk more about what I'm allowed to say in the future, Hulk. Okay. YOLO, MSTU, MSTY, fiat, leverage, cash flow, hedge. Gotcha. Yeah, fiat, that's down nicely for us, but that's what it's supposed to be doing. Fiat is supposed to be down on such an update like this. Just in an up market, up markets, we make all this money. In a down market, just be aware, okay? Maybe you want more qualifying income, okay? Because MSTU, MSTY, yes, you're getting the growth there. Fiat, it's not... that's one way to go. That's one way to go, YOLO. Okay, that's an interesting thought. Just do it all like that. But, we don't... Fiat, I'm not sure about how accurate the hedge can be of it, is it really like 1-for-1 fiat? I know it moves down, when it moves up when these stocks are down, but is the fiat correlation of the hedge, all right, is it that good to where you can just leverage it all with a MISTI, a MISTU, and a fiat? We'll talk more about that in the Discord chat room after this if y'all want to. Just MISTU, MISTI, fiat, nothing else, what would happen, okay? Oh, you're on vacation, Hulk. Okay, good for you. You deserve it, man. Let me know how it goes and safe travels. Oh, and by the way, I know you could be talking about the vacation that we were talking about, which is more like a staycation, which is what I've been doing, to save money and get ahead on our margin, So if that's what you're talking about, man, I support you 100% on that. S-Rod, hey, Todd, market is looking good today. It absolutely is, okay? My question is, what else can we buy, S-Rod, that's not too late to buy? Or if we can't buy it today, what can we focus on going forward, all right, for 2025? All right, and I have, so far, the stocks that I've recommended today. We've talked about financials with Yieldmax, JPMO. We've talked about even Ybit, Bitcoin, so WBIT. And then we have... Exxon, because Trump is going to be friendly with energy policies, even though beware of that because energy is small in the indexes, and the more Trump advocates for energy, the more supply there is, and the worse pricing is. I remember in 2016, energy was not a good bet. for me after a certain point. I thought that it was just going to be so great with Trump. I think we had a nice move to start, and then there was just a ton of fracking, a ton of supply. So be aware of commodities. And then so we have two more sectors, two more ideas. I'm going to give you 5 stocks today, and I have an important update with Cornerstone at the end of the video. Okay, silver liner, I have a small position, TLTW, right? Yeah, I mean, if I had it, I would be very small as well. AM dividend investor, looking forward to learn from you in the community. Yeah, absolutely. I can't wait to see you there. I'll probably do a video Friday, AM investor. Ultimate, been with you for 1.5 years. My portfolio has grown. Cornerstone plus high yield is a good combo. Absolutely, Ultimate. Thanks for sharing that. Yeah, I completely agree. And I think we all need to keep, reinforcing these ideas so that we keep it going, okay? Let's not let the noise from other channels and everyone else sway us. All right, Tony, anytime, Tony. I'll get to that email as soon as I get out of this live. Ultimate, selling any puts today? Not today because it's an up day. We tried the other day, but the VIX wasn't quite elevated enough. Cat shorts, QCOM earnings report today. Okay, that's something to look forward to. Maybe we can get a dip and buy some. But I don't really like to buy tech stocks, as my members know. But QCOM has a nice dividend, so that's something to consider. But I try to keep all of my stocks non-tech related. I let Yieldmax and Defiance cover the bulk of that, since dividend stocks are 50%. Tech stocks are around 40-50% of the indexes. So I let the ETFs cover those, and I buy the stocks that are underrepresented in the indexes. Even like financials and staples, staples aren't up today, but financials are up huge today. Consumer cyclical, those are kind of underrepresented. At least you can't tell when some of these sectors are moving within the indexes because tech obscures them. So I've been buying these stocks to get that extra growth that you can't see. Sometimes the indexes are down and these stocks are up because tech will just be down, and then that's offsetting our Yieldmax decay because Yieldmax decays and it's largely tech based. So these are offsetting Yieldmax completely at the moment. Thanks again for that comment, Ultimate. And Vintage, hey there, Vintage. Yeah, hello again. I know so there's a lot going on, and I have a lot to say, and I can't ever speak for myself in these regular public videos. The vibe is gone, and it's hard to get everyone else in one place to back me up. Okay. Because these haters will come into my videos like a week later, 2 weeks later, and then they just leave these like terrible thoughts and bad tastes in my mouth, and I have no one else to back me up at those times. They should just be looking at my numbers and my results, but they seem to look past those for some reason. They say I'm redundant, but why? Who cares about redundancy when we're making this kind of money? Okay, I'm just tracking my progress every day. We're on this journey together. I don't understand, why I get the hate for that. Okay, Silverliner, I'll go check that. Same for Tony. Hulkman, yeah, you're right. Yeah, call me, Hulk, please. Yeah, and we're saving money. We're getting ahead, Hulk. That's what matters, okay? We can, we sacrifice now. What's the expression? You save now, you sacrifice now to live how, others can't live in the future kind of thing. We live now how we don't want to live so that we can live how others can't live in the future, okay? We're going to be doing whatever we want in the future, but we have to sacrifice now. AM dividend investor, how do I get the e-guide? How do I get the e-guide since I just signed up for the Fire Portfolio and Discord? If you sign up for the Fire Portfolio and Discord, AM investor, just cancel that subscription, and then when you email me for my e-guides, I'll send you the e-guides plus the link, and then the link is free for life, so you don't have to pay for it every month and YouTube memberships. Okay, so now I'll just go ahead and finish the video, okay? We had Exxon. We had JP Morgan, Exxon, and Ybit. Okay, next, I want to mention Tesla, all right, because Elon Musk is going to get favorable treatment after his, partnership with Trump during the elections, okay? He was really promoting him, and we've been nailing Tesla, okay? Every little low we buy this, and we made a public video right here, if you remember this, a public video right here. Of course, for my private lives, we are nailing this. And look, we got a huge breakout, and we had a pullback to the 20, which is a bull flag, it seems like now, and then boom, we're up to we're past these old highs right here, and we're on our way to new resistance, which is around the 300 area, and then of course old highs were in 2022 and at around 400. So we have still significant upside left for Tesla. So will I be buying Tesla today on this move? Probably not today, but we have Tesla and we're benefiting from that. And on any dips with Tesla, I'm going to be buying because we know that Trump's going to treat him well. Okay. All right. At least Trump should, or he shouldn't, be stabbing anyone in the back. All right. And then last, I'm just going to give you, someone threw around YMAG. I just did a video on YMAG and QDT, stocks I'm buying, Yieldmax stocks that I'm buying for November. So YMAX is another candidate here because instead of just buying all these stocks that I just mentioned, JPMO, XOMO, Ybit, Tesla, you could just buy YMAX, which has them all. The only thing about YMAX is it's 50% maintenance and it's not fully diversified. So I don't like to put too much in YMAX. Yes, I have more in YMAX than my other Yieldmax stocks, okay? Because YMAX is a fund, and Yieldmax stocks are just stocks. They fall by the amount of stocks. YMAX has some protection. But it's 50% maintenance, and it doesn't have full diversification, and it can fall by the full amount of those stocks and never really regain that upside again. There's permanent decay with some of these. And so you have to let these cash flow you over time, which is fine. We're going to cash flow. We're going to win over time. YMAX is doing well since its inception. It was up like 32% since its inception. I showed in a video about a week or two ago. But it's still risky in a down market, and it sucks up half of your equity. You go to other brokers with lower maintenance, but they might not have that special drip for Cornerstone. And instead of staying fully diversified, or diversified with YMAX, okay, I should say, why not stay fully diversified with Cornerstone? We already covered Cornerstone in today's video, but I have one more update for you all, and that's that Cornerstone is raising its dividend, okay, for 2025. That's the rumor that I hear, all right? I mean, we've been knowing about this. My members in Discord have known this, but if you're not really... if you're new to Cornerstone and you're not familiar with it, I already said in this video, 20% dividends, 20% dividends dripped at the NAV for 26% gains. So 20% dividends, 26% gains every month. Every month is 26%, not just for the year. It's 26% gain every month. All right. And then you have a dividend raise that's coming next year. All right, but just watch out, play this fund properly around its rights offerings. You can buy it now. Don't, avoid buying Cornerstone just because it has a high premium and you're waiting for the rights offering. Don't do that because you could miss your premiums. Okay, I've seen them be north of 40%. You want to actually still own Cornerstone in my opinion, but just treat it like the market. Buy the market itself on dips, okay? So Cornerstone, buy this on dips and make sure you play it properly around its rights offerings. People say, why is it down so much over the last 10 years? Factor in dividends, drips, and stock splits, because this has had stock splits, which do nothing for the stock price. It's completely cosmetic. Any channel that says stock splits matter, they're completely just erroneous in that, and it's clearly amateur hour. Stock splits and rights offerings, okay? You have to play this around the rights offerings, and that's how you really level up your account. Again, if you need help playing Cornerstone, it's in my Volume 4 e-guide. And when you buy my e-guide, you get free Discord access for life, where we alert you of the Cornerstone rights offering announcement. Be aware of spam, everyone, in our Discord, okay? We have Mike, who, for example, is one of my dedicated Discord members. He's also a great trader. If you've ever wanted to learn more about trading, go check out his stuff in our Discord chat room. He also does 0 DTE trades and stuff. So it's a different kind of trading, but it's more exciting and there's higher returns there. He seems to manage his risk in a certain way to where he also doesn't get in trouble. But we also have a spam Mike going around, for example, who's always coming at me. And I gave him a piece of my mind the other day, and he had. I gave him I'll just be honest. I gave him a lot of cuss words. I told him I gave him a piece of my mind, and then he responded back yesterday with a big smiley face. So not only do we have spam in our Discord, and in major Discords, we have spam. Do not accept DMs from anyone, okay? I will never DM you. But he's also a twisted, sick person, okay? I don't know if it's a he or she, but he gave me back a big smiley face after I cussed him out for, trying to con all of my members, all right? And again, this is a problem in every major Discord, so just be aware of that spam, okay? Now, I gave you my 5 ideas. So that's JP Morgan, XOMO, Ybit, Tesla with Elon Musk and the favorable treatment there, and YMAX, okay? Instead of buying all of them, why not just buy YMAX? Or, instead of buying YMAX, why not just go with Cornerstone, with those premiums and that yield? So that's pretty much the video there, but I also have y'all suggestions. Okay, YMAG, okay, just to cover these suggestions very quickly because I know the video is getting long now. I don't want to deter other people from watching. Okay, YMAG, I'll just say I agree with that. I did buy YMAG though the other day, so I can't buy any more of that now, but I will buy some YMAG on a dip. Okay, BALI, okay. Just to go look into that because that was recommended by one of the YouTube members, one of the members in the YouTube chat. 182, it's up today. Yeah, nice. What's the dividend on that? I would need to see what that is, and I'm not seeing I'm seeing a small yield perhaps there. I'm not sure. So maybe if I do more homework on that, I'll get back to you. But so far, the income's just not enough for me. I'd rather just be in Cornerstone. Okay, Cornerstone's up the same amount, bigger dividend, and you get 26% gains every month, okay, instead of Bali. I mean, why go large cap income when you can go with Cornerstone 5-star, 26% gain? This is CRF. Let's see. Let me refresh this. 26% premium gains for CRF, and it's tax-free because it's return of capital, tax-free. And you get to level up with your account during the rights offering with Cornerstone. Okay, so that's Bali. I'd rather have Cornerstone than Bali, but that's a very nice fund. Thank you for that recommendation. I'm always biased to Cornerstone. I like to put it all in one thing. You compound in one thing. It's easier to make 10,000 on 100,000 than it is to make 10,000 on 10,000. So I just compound it all with Cornerstone. They give me the dividends without the decay, unlike with Yieldmax and YMAG, Defiance, and Roundhill. All right, and then IWM Holdings, I can't go through them all today, but we'll just go look at GameStop, GME, and yeah, I guess it's sort of flat right now, but for me, it's 100% maintenance, no dividend. It's fun, but I just stick with TNA. Okay, I'm in TNA, which is the index itself. It's up 16%. So that's how I get most of my small cap exposure. Of course, we have Roundhill, RDTE. All right. So if you want to see any of my allocations and how I do everything, just head over to my membership section in the YouTube on my YouTube wall. Okay. So I think that'll do it for the video. If you need more help doing what I'm doing, email me for my e-guides at akintodd48@gmail.com. When you buy my e-guides, you get free Discord access and my phone number for life. I created all these things just to manage my time. Okay. So whenever someone has questions on Cornerstone, that's why I made the volume 4. I mean, it took a while to make all these e-guides. Like, I didn't start the channel with any of these. It just came out of demand. Okay, same for Discord, same for the rights offer announcement. That was all out of demand. Okay, selling puts on BitX. Yeah, we did that, Denali, the other day, on the weakness. I alerted that in the live chat. It was definitely a great time to sell puts then. That lowered our margin significantly. I used to have the 30K of BitX puts, which lowered my margin huge, and we'd be up huge had I kept that, but we didn't know what was going to happen with the elections. I knew Trump was going to be in, we knew it was going to rally, but there was just that chance that it didn't, and we couldn't risk a margin call, with 100% maintenance. But on any dips, I'll be looking to, sell a little bit more puts on BitX. Michael Gordon, hey, the return of the mega premium, bring it on, let this thing pump. Hey, Michael, so glad you make it. I really appreciate all of your thoughtful comments. I love our conversations. Casey, hello, XPay looks interesting. I'm watching it. Hey, Casey. Oh, great to see you. Okay, first of all, let me just say, I'm just so happy to see you and all of my members here. XPay, yeah, I did a video on XPay, and I don't see how it competes with Cornerstone because it's 50% maintenance, Cornerstone's 30% maintenance, and excuse me, and it has return of capital, but so does Cornerstone, but it doesn't have the drip that Cornerstone has. But let's just see really quickly what XPay is doing today. Cornerstone up 1.89, XPay is up 0.94, so not really. Up enough for my blood. Okay, I need much more beta. So CLM and all of them are beating XPay. All right, just for the record, and I'm glad that we could talk about this on the video. Because Casey, like, I'm gonna get a lot of people saying this in Discord or something, and Cornerstone is just beating XPay. All right, CLM versus CRF, you have to have both MW. Okay, they lower your maintenance. If you need help understanding maintenance, Volume 3 e-guide. Holistic Catalyst, OXLC is a steady 21%, 30% maintenance. Yeah, for me, it's 100% maintenance, unfortunately. If it was 30% maintenance, I would be in OXLC. But again, for me, 100%, as you can see there. All right, I wish it was different at E-Trade. Michael, premium is still low for Cornerstone. Right. I mean, we could see much higher premiums before the rights offering. Just be aware of that rights offering, okay? And don't be afraid of it. Don't not. Is that a double negative? Don't not buy Cornerstone just because if you're scared of a rights offering. I've seen premiums be north of 40%, kind of like Michael's mentioning. Bought DJT and dropped. DJT. Not sure what that is. I invested a lot in DJT. Let's just see. DJT. What do we have? Oh, I see. I gotcha. Well, hey, I mean, it's bouncing today. Maybe there's a chance there. I just don't know enough about that. I only like dividend paying things, as you know. If I do have stocks like this, it's a very small amount just to keep things exciting. That's why I kind of like Yieldmax. They release funds that give you that excitement, but they give you the security of a dividend. So it's kind of like training wheels with some of these more mega growth themes. Michael, thank you. Holistic Catalyst, Ulti Puts. I own Ulti. You're buying Ulti Puts. Very interesting, okay? Unless you're selling Ulti Puts. I see. Premiums. Yeah. You're selling Ulti Puts. Yeah, I get that. That's exciting. That could be something interesting to look into, actually. Good idea, Holistic, because you get the diversification. The share price is low enough. The volatility is high enough. You could definitely get some decent premiums from Ulti and lower your break even in the process. Again, if you need help selling puts like I do, that's volume 6. Michael, thanks, dude. Michael, higher beta overcomes withdrawals before the distribution. Higher beta overcomes withdrawals before the distribution hits. Yeah, I mean, if you're saying like Cornerstone's performance, like the higher beta nature of that versus the other funds, I totally agree. It's just moving better. You get the dividends. And then it falls by the dividends, but then it always seems to recover and it makes higher highs and higher lows on the chart. I want to talk with you. I'm 50K a month, but could be 2 million annual with margin. Yes, if you use margin, then you can really, get things rolling a lot faster, but obviously do it, safely. Follow all the rules. And should I buy Ulti? I mean, I own some, but I'm looking to buy anything on dips. I don't have a crystal ball, but I keep Ulti small. When that core position gets to be back to my typical position size, that's when I rebalance. And all my members know all of my allocations for these kinds of funds. Selling to open, gotcha. Marco, always happy to see your dedication to your members, Todd, you and Mike. Thanks, Marco. Thanks for shouting out Mike too. I love you guys so much, okay, you guys and gals, okay? You guys are like my extended family, guys and gals. My mom always says, make sure you say gals. And okay, Holistic, you definitely are a fan of Ulti, I can see. And there's merits to be made with, owning Ulti. There's merits to an argument, if for those who own Ulti and are bullish on it. But I keep Yieldmax small. I love you guys so much, and guys and gals, and I just hope you enjoy this video. I hope that today you're seeing all these themes in the market. I hope you're able to capitalize on these themes going forward. I mean, I think financials look like a good buy on any dip. Okay, they've done largely nothing for a decade, and some of these big region like a Citigroup, okay, Bank of America, these bigger banks, they've actually gone nowhere, and we have these other themes that I mentioned. So just trying to capitalize on the Trump election and continue this outperformance going forward. Okay, you see this outperformance of being up 34%. After today's performance, you'll see it up 37%, because we're up 3%. When you factor back in margin, which is just we're beating everything. 3.66. Now we're beating the Dow handily. The Dow's at 3.41. So as long as we're beating the indexes and we're getting these dividends, then that's all that you can ask for. Okay, you're getting best of both worlds. Okay. All right. So I guess I'll go ahead and leave it here. All right. You're welcome, Casey. Ulti, could have done very well for you. Okay, Josiah. Yeah. Okay. Appreciate you too, Josiah. Okay. I'll go ahead and cut off here so it doesn't get too long. I really appreciate you all watching. All right. If you like this video, please click like or subscribe, and I'll